from Sanata Dharma, and we, as students of the English Language Education Study Program, are here to show you all a teaching demonstration. In this video, we will explain about the details of our teaching methods, the tools, and how it works in the classroom. We are using one of Noam Chomsky's theories of teaching methods. It is called Communicative Language Teaching, or for short, CLT. So, this method aims broadly to make communicative competence the goal of language teaching. This method is excellent when we want our students to communicate in the target language. Our teaching strategy is for 8th graders, and it is called Share Your Story. Here, we encourage students to be creative by writing a recount text about their personal experience. After that, the students have to work in pairs to discuss and retell their stories. At the end of this session, there will be some representatives to share their stories in front of the class.
So without any further ado, let's watch the video. So, good morning everyone.
Morning!
Okay, so how are you today?
Good.
Good? Okay.
Yes.
So, today we will talk about share your story. So, last week was a long holiday, right?
Yes.
So, I want to ask, what did you do last week?
Actually, I spent my time to clean my house and my bedroom. And after that, I watching my favorite movies.
So you do chores?
Yes.
Okay.
We highly encourage students' active participation. To make that happen, we rely on Jean Piaget's theory on schemata that are suitable for 8th grade students. We use 2 of them. The first one is the concrete operational period, where we use pictures to activate students' prior knowledge. In this step, the teacher gives pictures regarding the topic discussed, and students are expected to remember and imagine their personal experience. Pictures of cars, family, happy faces, or beaches will help them activate their prior knowledge.
What do you think about this picture?
Vacation.
Vacation.
Holiday.
Family? Ah, okay.
Of course.
So, do you like to go on vacation?
Yes.
I am.
So, I want to hear someone's experience. What about you, Jeremy?
So a couple days ago, I went to a beach with my family.
Okay, what was it?
It was Parangtritis Beach.
Ah, Parangtritis. So, what was the view?
It's really beautiful, I think.
Beautiful. Okay. So, do you guys familiar with these things?
Yes.
To make it more effective, we also use the formal operational period, where we use concrete objects, things they can see and touch in real life. This will stimulate their brains to remember their experience vividly. In this step, we use masks and hand sanitizer to make them remember better the things that happened to them during the pandemic. It will make them feel nostalgic so that they can write smoothly and speak fluently since they know what they're going to talk about.
What this are related with? COVID-19.
Pandemic.
Pandemic? Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I want to ask, how old were you when COVID-19 happened?
11.
11? What grade were you?
6.
So, I want to ask, what was your feeling when COVID-19 happened, Hannah?
I think I feel sad because the activity is not really good.
Okay, so there are many difficulties during COVID-19.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, because you all experienced COVID-19 when you were in 6th grade, right? So I want you to write your short story about COVID-19, and you can start now. I will give you 20 minutes. Okay guys, have you finished?
Yes.
So, after this, I want to divide you into 2 groups consists of 3 members. So, and you have to discuss, like compare and contrast your own story and your friend's story. I will give you 20 minutes. Start from now.
After the students have gathered in their groups, they will ask and tell each other about their stories. This is the part when cooperative learning is executed using information gaps. Here, students are missing information from others. To find out the information, they need to talk to each other and generate questions, filling those information gaps. Information gaps activity, more specifically generating and answering questions, is beneficial because it has certain features in common with natural and real communicative events, since they will use everyday language. Also, the speaker receives immediate feedback from the listener on whether or not he or she has successfully communicated. Having students work in small groups or pairs maximizes the amount of communicative practice they receive. Activities like information gaps and feedback are examples of cooperative learning. Why is cooperative learning important in CLT? It is because communicative interaction encourages cooperative relationships among students. It gives students the time and space to think and speak naturally.
Miss,
Ya,
boleh saya bertanya?
boleh.
Apa bahasa Inggrisnya asrama?
Asrama itu dormitory.
Oke. Sorry, thank you, Miss.
Okay. So guys, how was your discussion?
Seru, Miss. Happy.
So, do you guys find any interesting story from your friends?
Yes.
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 So great. Which one of your friends' story is most interesting?
I think Angel, Miss. Angel.
Angel. Okay, so Angel, I want you to come to the front to tell your story. Take your time.
Can I grab my phone?
Yes, you can.
The last activity is asking some students to come in front of the class and retell their stories. The hope of this last activity is that by having some representative share their story with the whole class, other students will feel more motivated to practice their communication skills. We shouldn't force students to come in front of the class to speak. Instead, we have to make them feel internally motivated.
Now I want to tell you my story. When I was in elementary school, grade 6, COVID was in Indonesia. My school has decided to close students. But after a week, it was finally announced to study online at home. At home, I didn't have books for my study material. So I asked my father to take me to the dormitory, which is located close to my school in the city. My father is a person who is overprotective of me. Before leaving, he made sure I was wearing a mask and closed clothes. He also brought a hand sanitizer with an alcohol content of 75%. I went to the dormitory where I live. When I got there, my father immediately sprayed hand sanitizer all over my body before I took off my helmet. After I took off my helmet, he again sprayed hand sanitizer into my hands. I felt at that time like I was taking a bath with alcohol. That's my story.
Okay, Angel, thank you, Angel. So, give a big applause to Angel. It was an interesting story. So, we all had difficulties during COVID-19, right?
Yeah.
Giving positive feedback and compliments to students who initiatively come in front of the class is also crucial in order to boost their self-confidence. Of course, we do not want active students to be demotivated and scared of being highly criticized. In conclusion, We use some of CLT's principles in this teaching strategy called Share Your Story. The first one is making the target language a vehicle for classroom communication, not just the object of study. The second one is maximizing the amount of communicative practice they receive by generating and answering questions and also giving feedback. This leads to the third principle, which is giving room for students to express their ideas and opinions in order to boost not only their communication skills, but also their creativity, motivation, and self-confidence. We also normalize errors and we encourage students' cooperative learning.
So congratulations guys, you have already finished today's lesson. So, what did you learn from today's activity?
Sharing stories with friends.
Okay, so Hannah, what did you learn from today's lesson?
From today's lesson, I learned sharing stories with my friends, some new vocabulary, and write the text.
What do you find any new vocabularies?
Yeah.
What is
It is dormitory, asrama.
Oh, okay. So, do you guys know what we have learned? We learned about recount text. So, recount text is a text that retell experience or events in the past. And if you pay attention carefully, when you write your text, you must use simple past tense and chronological connector such as next, after that, etc. Because the time is already up, I hope you guys enjoyed today's lesson, and I hope that today's lesson helped you to boost your confidence and enhance your English skills. So we are going to end today's class and see you next week. Bye!
Thank you.
So that's all from Group 3. I hope our teaching simulation will be helpful for you. Thank you!